I just love Boston College, their philosophy, first of all, just academically and athletics. I think the people here, Josh, are the biggest thing. They're into the student athletes, helping them out both, on the playing field, on the court, as well as academically and off. So I think it's the people, it's the philosophy here, it's the leadership that we have at Boston College, and the staff that we have around us.
Now, you stressed that twice, academics. That's important here at Boston College, and I know it's important to you personally. How do you stress that with the student athletes?
I think by not just asking them their grades, but by seeing their grades, sitting down with them, talking to them about when they do well in the class. We go on the road, and we're on the road for a few days. We have an academic liaison that goes with us. We have study table. But I just think ask them, about classes. I attend classes once in a while with a player just because I love the enthusiasm of the professors here at BC, and I also just think it shows the players that if I'm going to class, I'm the only thing that's an important part of why they're here.
And what's special about the game of women's basketball?
I think it is so exciting. I think the athleticism of the student athletes is unbelievable. I think the talent level is good. I think there are tremendous coaches. It's not just the top 4 or 5 teams anymore that have the best players. There's parity in women's basketball. I think it's a team sport. I think the players show a tremendous amount of enthusiasm by diving after loose balls and getting going. And I think the audience, the people that come to games are a lot more enthused. TV has done that for us because there's so many teams that get on TV that people are able to follow, not just the top 4 or 5 players in the country, but players that maybe aren't named players that are just great at what they do.
One thing I observed while I worked here at Boston College is that a lot of families come to the women's basketball games. That's special, isn't it?
Oh, very much so. I say over and over, if you get a bunch of 10 to 13-year-old girls in the stands and they're screaming, man, that carries a lot of weight. So I think it's a family atmosphere. I think it's one where it's a little bit of a cheaper ticket than the men's program. I think the younger players relate with the women players. I think the women's players make a concerted effort of staying for autograph session, talking to the fans and families.
They're role models.
And they're great role models. I think we also have an older audience. I think a lot of the older senior citizens come to games, and I think the women's program, they reach out a little bit more to the fans and one-on-one and after games, and I think that's important.